It's time for another tale from the glass-guarded world. Ashley plays Tara Dane, the human fighter. Josh is Zartok, the tiefling wizard. And Gaston, the rogue and bard. Jessica is Coral Petrichor, the Genasi druid. And Mama Sass, the half-orc bard and barbarian. And Chris plays Aster Fortuna, rogue and bard extraordinaire. The heroes are in a strange situation. They're not sure what they want to do next. They've decided to take a trip back to Ronkthrak to visit Orzog the orc and do some shopping. But what do they do after that? Zartok has been asked to visit the far-off one, but they're not sure that they want to do that. So brace yourselves for some exciting shopping and more discussion of what to do next. Maybe we'll get lucky and roll a random Spelljammer encounter.
You've decided you want to go back to Ronkthrak in order to have Urdzog get someone to make you a dragon scale shield. Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You pile into your Spelljammer, all of you, and you take off, and that means we need to do some random encounter checks.
Yes, before we do that, well, does it happen after or before? You said I needed to train my bird.
Well, that's going to be something you do ongoing. So you need to tell me that in downtime, you're going to start training your bird and what you're training your bird to do.
Is this downtime or no?
Your flight time can be, yeah.
Okay.
Ansna has been feeding it, but she hasn't really been training it for anything.
Yeah, I would like to train it whenever you think it's appropriate during this time.
Well, now is the time to tell me that you're training it and what you're training it to do.
All right, so I want to train it to say, the Glass Guardians save people.
Okay.
Or what about Glass Guardians? Cool. Like that. That'd be good. Let's do that one.
Oh, man.
All right, so we're going to have you train for a few days, and at the end, you're going to make an animal handling check.
Okay.
And we'll see how it goes.
All
okay?
right. Sounds good.
I think we're going to travel up out of the atmosphere, though, Mike, so it doesn't take so long.
That's right. Yeah, so it's going to be basically 3 checks. 3 random encounter checks to get to Ronkthrak. But it's still going to take a few days of training.
Okay.
So I've got a note here for when I have to have Aster do the animal handling check.
Okay, I'm going to write.
Do you guys want to roll the random encounter checks, or should I?
No, one of us should.
Okay. Let's say,
one.
Josh, roll a 1d6.
I'm feeling that one. Yeah, 5.
All right.
Darn it.
So during your midday travels, nothing exciting happens, and I'll just have Ashley roll the next one.
Also 5.
All right. So that evening, you fly through the night. Lumpin takes over. And the next morning, Jessica, roll 1d6.
New dice. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
It's a 5.
Oh, my goodness.
Get out of town.
All right. All right. So you arrive in Ronkthrak, and you descend down through the clouds toward the city. It looks much the same as the last time you were here. You can see that the farm run by the people that you rescued from the slavers looks like it's been fixed up. The buildings have been fixed up, and the fields are being prepared, although they haven't been sown with anything yet. You land in that field outside the walls near some buildings. This time no one comes running out toward your ship. And who's disembarking to go into the city?
I want to.
Coral's going.
I will go.
All right, Coral and Aster, Tara.
Papa Gaston surely wants to go.
Yeah, Papa Gaston wants to head out with us.
I guess not.
So Zartok, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, he doesn't have to leave if he doesn't want to. He could stay with the ship.
That's true.
True.
Let's just do that. I'll be off camera.
All right, so Zartok stays off camera. Lumpin will go. He hasn't been here before.
All right. Okay.
All right, so you walk into the city. It's not difficult. The guards let you right in. The gates are open. You walk through the city. It's busy with mercantile activity as always. You walk over toward the dock area where you find Erzog's shop, and you walk inside, and Erzog is with another customer, and he looks like he's selling them some kind of sword. And they leave looking happy, and he sees you come in, and he says, my friends, so glad to see you back. Come in.
Oh, yeah. We walk in? Are we walking in?
Yes.
What can I help you with today?
Well, so we found these scales. They're from a dragon, and
What?
they're
Let
real
me
cool
see.
looking. Okay, she pulls them out of the bag of holding.
All right, he touches them reverently and says, yes, you kill a dragon.
Well, no, not exactly. We just found these.
Oh,
Somebody else killed a dragon.
still very, very good. Yes. You want to make something out of these, yes?
Yeah, I'd like a shield. I think these would make a real nifty shield for me.
Oh, yes, you make a shield. You can use it to kill another dragon.
I mean, I think I'd mostly be using it to defend myself, but maybe
Well,
to
yes.
defend myself from a dragon.
Yes, while you kill it.
Yeah.
Yes, do this. Yes, do not kill the dragon with the shield. That would not
No,
work
that sounds
well.
hard.
No, do not do that. Yes, and then you'll come back and tell me all about it.
Absolutely.
Yes, I can have this done for you. Yes. One moment. And he goes back into the back room, and you hear the sound of shuffling papers.
Yeah.
Do you think that there'll be, scales that are left over from the shield? Like he doesn't use all of them?
Well, I don't know, but if there are, they're all yours.
Okay, well, I was going to trade them in for gold, but
The scales are
I'm
not
sure-
that big. You think it would probably take all three of them to make a shield.
okay.
Well, he comes back a few moments later and says, yes, I think probably 3,000 gold plus the scales. And you will have
Well-
a powerful shield.
Well, it was lovely talking to you. I will perhaps come back one day when I have much more gold than I currently have.
What?
I don't have anywhere near that kind of money.
But to make a powerful magic item takes a skilled artisan. And
Oh,
that
I'm
takes gold.
I'm sure you are correct, but I cannot give what I do not have.
But the shield, the fighting the dragon, you must
Yeah.
do this.
If I come across a dragon, I'll probably still fight it and just be a little less protected.
But oh dear. Oh.
I'll hold on to these scales, and one day.
I will take a smaller cut. I will take 2,500 gold for the shield.
Oh, that's real sweet of you, Erzog. I don't have that either.
I have 36 gold on my person.
Oh no, that will not work.
Oh, okay.
What if I give you some of the most exquisite and beautiful and unique armor you have ever seen before? In fact, you've never seen it before.
Oh. Yes, let me see.
I don't know if we would have this in the bag of holding or if we need to go back to the ship, but either way,
I assume you probably have it in the bag.
Is it the
You're talking about the Githyanki armor?
it's the Githyanki plate armor.
Remember, that's worth more than 2,000, Tara, I believe.
It's worth quite a bit.
Make sure we don't get ripped off.
Yeah, I don't know what it's worth. I don't think anyone would know what it's worth here because have Githyanki been here?
Probably not often, no.
Yeah.
No.
The rubies that are probably rubies
Yeah.
and
So you
the
show him
gems.
this suit of plate armor that is just studded with gems. And he says, oh, yes. Yes. You will get some change from this transaction. Yes. You give me this. I will get the shield made and give you 500 gold back.
I
What
think,
do you think?
I think this breastplate is worth much more than the 2,500 we've been putting in. I'm sure that we would get more change than that, my good sir. We
Oh,
could take our shield our armor to another location, maybe.
no, you wouldn't do that to Herzog.
No, I wouldn't, but Herzog wouldn't rip us off either, now would he?
Fine. 1,000 gold back to you. 1,000 gold back to you, and a shield.
Insight check. Is he trying to rip us off?
What's your passive insight?
20.
Yeah, he's not trying to rip you off. He is trying to strike a good bargain for himself. This is not a rip-off. He probably has a little more room to give you something, but he's not trying to rip you off.
Okay, so I'm going to say, ooh, that sounds a lot more awesome. Now, you wouldn't happen to be able to throw in maybe 100 more gold, 200 more gold?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, okay. 18.
Fine. 1,300 gold.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my friend. You are the best. I will never go to another store for armor and weapons that is not yours.
Never?
Well, maybe, but if it's for killing dragons, you're the one I'm coming
yes.
to.
This is the place.
Bard
Very well.
skills.
You should probably come back in about 7 or 8 days, maybe more.
Okay. You heard that, Coral?
I got it. Thank you, Herzog. I will remember you and tell you all of my dragon killing tales.
Excellent.
All right.
So when this is done, this shield should have some fire resistance properties.
That's not actually helpful to me.
Well, you're not immune to fire damage, right?
No, I'm resistant currently.
Right. So it would stack with your current resistance. It would basically
cool.
make you take a quarter damage.
Nice.
From fire damage.
I didn't know it'd stack. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Everybody, unless I don't know what Tara wants to do. I think it's your shield, so you can definitely take all the money, Tara, if you want. But I also split it between the 4 of us originally. It's up to you. You're the captain.
It's fine. We can split it. I mean, we all technically got that armor together.
Well, I'd like to go buy some potions too. So I'd like to get some more healing potions.
Sure.
Okay. Potion of healing is 50 gold.
I give everybody 325 gold.
Each person 325?
Mm-hmm. That's
okay.
1,300 divided by 4.
Zartok's not here, but Lumpin will take that gold to Zartok later.
Okay.
Oh, uh-oh.
Are there any potions of a higher caliber than basic? Any healing?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find the price list that I've got here.
Getting closer to that 1,200.
Would it be a +1 shield, Mike? Is he able to articulate?
It will be a +2 fire resistant shield.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Ooh, +2.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Very sweet.
That's awesome.
That's worth it, especially since we've been trying to get Coral's arm class up.
And we got some money from it.
Potion of greater healing is 150 gold.
What's that? What's greater do? Is that a couple D8s?
I think that's 4d4
That
plus
is
4.
4d4 plus 4. I would like to buy 3 greater healing potions. So that takes me to 450.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get 3 basic ones as well.
All right.
Good plan.
Each of those is 50, so that's a total of 600.
I'm
Thank you.
still saving up money.
What about, are there resistance to cold potions? Is that a thing?
I'm
sure they're expensive.
Zartok, when I get to you, you're going to be given a greater healing potion and 2 basics.
Am I exchanging the gold I just got for some of that?
I mean, if you want to, but Coral's not asking for it.
Okay. Zartok would pay you for that. So that's 250 worth, right?
Well, it depends on what you want. Like, if I'm giving you 1 and 2, so that's 250. But if you don't want all of that, you don't have to take it.
There are potions of cold resistance. Okay. Potion of cold resistance is 300 gold.
I think we should all get that next time we have enough money.
Why? Oh, frost.
True.
It gives you resistance to cold damage for 1 hour.
Yeah, I think that's something we should all get. At least 4 of those.
Can we hand wave a little bit and say that I've gotten my 250 gold from Zartok then?
Sure. I mean, you could just go back and forth.
You can go back and forth.
Play that out, but
Anything else you want to look up? Anything you want to buy?
I'm going to buy one of those then.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in this exciting shopping episode?
I think that's everything. I need more money.
Tara and Aster, how are you guys on potions?
I don't have any, but I don't have the money to buy that right
I went to Aster first because he's squishy.
now.
He's got more hit points than everyone
Is he?
but Tara, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm not that squishy.
You almost died on a fairly recently aired episode.
That
Not
is
recent
that
to
is
us, but-
true. That's because I go into the battle and I don't have
Oh,
a
not
lot of...
you. Zartok almost died.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
That's because Zartok's going right in the fray. And he's mad at Aster, and he hasn't had that conversation yet.
Oh, I jump
Probably
into the
never
fray.
will.
Aster, you can have 2 basics.
I don't have... Well, I do have enough to pay that.
Nope, you don't have to. I'm not asking for it.
No, I know, but I don't feel right not equivalent exchanging, Coral.
So he
Tara
gives you
has
2
stuff.
cookies.
So if I'm giving you, what did I say? 1 or 2? I said 2, right? So that's 100 GP.
Yeah. You know what I'll do? I still have one of these. For those 2, I'm going to give you a flute.
I don't really play musical instruments, but sure. Why don't you keep it and play it for me, and that'll be lovely.
Okay. Feels weird. Equivalent exchange has rules.
Does it?
I mean,
It has
it's-
Aster rules.
I mean, it seems like as long as you give me something in exchange, and me listening to music sounds great, so that is you giving me something in exchange. So I think that is perfectly acceptable.
Sure. Okay. I'll figure out a way to pay you back better.
Tara, how are you on potions?
I have 3 basic and 1 superior, so I think I'm okay.
I'm not giving you anything then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You're good.
It's
Okay.
a potion of basic healing, right?
Potion of healing.
So we can just do the get up, fall down dance.
It has come in handy more than once.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why Pathfinder 2 tries to do the, give you a penalty every time you keep, regaining consciousness or whatever to make it you're more likely to die next time it happens.
Why does it say I have 3? That's not right. I have 2, correct?
Yes, 2 basic.
If I just added 1, now I have 3. So I did have 1. Do you want 1 back?
Nope.
I had 1.
Nope, I'm good.
You're sure you had one? Because sometimes you have one and you use it, and I think you might forget to delete it.
Oh, you're probably right. I'll just leave it at 2.
How much would a building cost? I'm asking for a friend.
A
Small
building?
friend. I'm halfway being serious.
No, I know.
Mike, if Gaston sneaks into town and talks to Carrig, the land merchant orc, is there any last time they bought farmland? Is there any more urban land for sale?
Sure. You could buy a house here.
What about a
Commercial property.
house? Huh?
A warehouse.
What about the burned down lot? Is that for sale? I'm just kidding. He wouldn't want to buy that. What's he going to do to that?
I mean, the problem there is that the owner has disappeared, which makes it hard to.
That makes it weird. Yeah.
Yeah, title becomes complicated then.
You got to wait for them not to pay their property taxes.
Right. So that one's not cleared for sale yet,
Okay, gotcha.
but it could be at some point.
Okay. I'm trying to think of things to do with his role-playing money. I have some ideas.
I mean, there are buildings for sale. You could buy a warehouse or a home.
You could put a sign.
What's the warehouse status looking like? Are they in what part of town are they in?
Does Gaston want to go look at the warehouse?
Sure.
The warehouses are near the docks. It's not too far from the site of these shops that everyone's been going to. It's just a big empty building.
Okay.
A big stone empty building. This one's had a roof put over it so that it's not easy to break in and steal stuff. You know, a lot of the buildings here have tarp roofs, but this one has had a wooden roof put over the top of it. And, let's say it is, let's say it's around 400 gold.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
Not bad at all.
It's
a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess. But we just paid 300 gold for a
magic
consumable,
potion that could
and this
save
is a
someone's
building.
life.
No. Yes, very important in our line of
Yes.
work. But at the same time, this is a permanent infrastructure thing. What is a common like social dilemma here. Are there orphanages? Is there a lack of orphanages? Are there children spilling out without mothers and fathers from every angle, or is that not really an issue?
This is a relatively prosperous city. They're on the upswing at the moment with more traffic coming through the canal. There are, of course, social problems. There are orphans. There is poverty. But it's a relatively successful city at the moment. Currently, the populace is doing a good job taking care of the needy. However, if someone were to dump a couple thousand gold pieces into that cause, it would have a big impact.
Okay.
Of course, it would be hard to do that without being high profile.
That's true. Okay, maybe he'll think of doing something like this somewhere else.
So does anyone else need to do anything? I will say, Zartok, you can feel that tug in your head now coming directly from the east instead of from the southeast now.
I can't even read.
When we come back, is Papa Gaston on his errand? Like, do I have an hour to sit on the Krellian's needle and attune to something?
Sure, you can take the time to attune to something.
I'm going to look. This is the worst. I'm going to look at Pavel's fancy whip, and I'm going to look at the whistling rapier. And I'm going to start crying. It hurts so much. But I need this drum. And I need an attunement slot. It hurts.
What does the drum do?
It gives me a +2 to all of my saving throws that I make people do into my attack.
And it gives you extra bardic
And
inspiration
it gives
too,
me
right?
an extra bardic inspiration.
That's pretty powerful.
I look at the whistling rapier. You cost more concentration than the whip. But you're part of my soul, whistling rapier. I'm like, you're still going to be with me. I promise. I will never not have you on me. But the whip, it requires less. I start crying again. You're like my partner, buddy, but I need to let you go. And I put it away, and I leave it alone. I unattune to it so that I can keep the ring on and the drum and my guitar of the bazaar.
Oh, that stinks.
And that's it. That's my hour. Crying in the room with my bird just flying around.
All right, so Aster is now attuned to, what is it, a ring of free action?
Yes.
A ring of free action, a magical drum, and
The guitar.
the guitar of the bazaar.
Ugh,
Okay.
Hurts so
And he's-
much.
Still wielding Pavel's fancy whip.
Yep.
Fancy bone whip.
Till I find another rapier.
Okay, so is there anything else you want to do here in Ronkthrek? I'll take that as a no.
No,
We're good.
sorry.
No.
All right, so where to next?
Hey, can we deal with this lady? She's bothering me.
Yeah, we should definitely go that way. Which direction are we going?
East.
East.
Oh, east.
All right. Will we know when we're there? Will she appear in front of our ship?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll let you know. I'll do the driving.
All right.
Pilot in once we get closer.
All righty. You see my eyes are red.
Hey, what's the matter, mate? What's going on?
I had to make a difficult equivalent exchange. And it hurt me. Hurt me more than anything has ever hurt me before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
I'm sure that Gaston will talk to you all about it.
Yep. And then I give Zartok a hug.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yep. I feel like you were inviting me for a hug. I'm not sure, but I'll take it.
Yep. That's
I give him a
close.
nice,
That's
long,
really
uncomfortable hug, and then I let go.
Close.
I tap him on the shoulder. Thank you, man. I needed that. And I'll walk away.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, Lumpin says, Zartok, do you need a hug?
Nope.
Okay. If you need a hug, I like to give hugs.
I think Gaston needs one.
Aster needs a hug?
Yep.
Aster!
Yeah,
Aster!
yeah, Lumpin.
Lumpin will go over and give Aster a hug.
Cool. I hug him back.
quick question. Sorry. The trip down, did we have a night where we would have slept? Because I used a
Yes.
high level spell that I would like
That's
to get
right.
back.
You had
Okay, thank
another
you.
night's rest. It is the next day, so you had another long rest.
Spellcaster problems. Trying to get those spell slots back.
Yep. I'm done. Sorry, go
At
ahead.
this point, you should all have all your hit dice back as well.
Would it cost me money, Mike, to buy like a strap to make a makeshift like strap for the drum?
I'm going to assume it has some kind of strap with it.
Okay. All right.
What do you want to do? It's a new day. You've finished your shopping, looking around Ronktharak. Where do you want to go?
East is where Zartok's going to follow the
All
call,
right.
I believe.
Yeah, we're so close and it's frustrating. Chris, can you still use the Whistling Rapier just as a weapon? Like you can still, you just can't use the magical piece of it, right?
I think if I don't attune to it, it won't have any magical properties, right? It'll just be a regular
Yeah, I
still
don't think you
rapier.
get any magical benefits,
You can
but
still
you could use it as a regular
wield
weapon.
it.
You
That's all
just
I'm
don't
thinking.
get.
Yeah, it just won't be a magical weapon anymore, right? Or does it stay a magical?
Right. I mean,
No.
it won't count. It'll count as a magical weapon when you hit something that can only be hit by magical weapons. This is still magical. It's just that you won't get the bonus to hit. You won't get the other spell abilities of it.
Could it still be plus? I mean, the +1 for a normal magical weapon, you don't attune to those to get that.
That's
benefit.
right.
So, I mean, could
Yeah,
you still
but-
use
but-
it for that reason?
I was going to say click unattune it on D&D Beyond and see what it says.
Yeah, equip it, but don't attune it.
Yeah, it's 1d8 plus 3. Let me see what happens if I attune it, if that changes.
Our combats are so close, so it's worth munchkining for us.
Yeah, when you unattune it, it goes down.
Oh, okay,
So the bonuses don't
there you
work.
go.
But
Yep.
you could still use it, just not with those bonuses.
Yeah. I
If it's
wouldn't-
unattuned. So
Yeah.
Right.
that's good to know. Smart thinking, Josh.
That's
All right.
my one smart thought for today. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good job.
Aster needed that.
You can rest now.
Gotta rest a good thing.
All right, so you lift off, heading east. Don't forget, you do have to use a spell slot to pilot the ship, unless you want Lumpin doing it, in which case he'll use a spell slot. So you lift off and you head east up toward the mountains, but your direction sense in your head continues to pull you past the mountains. So you leave the atmosphere up and over the mountains, and I guess it's Chris's turn. Chris, roll a d6.
Sure.
5. It's going to be a 5.
It's like a Final Fantasy game when you get the airship and you just keep flying until you get the air combat with the whatever it is.
Doom Train,
6.
I believe.
6. Okay. And so we're back to Josh.
Darn it.
This is it, guys.
We're now in the evening flight.
4.
4. Okay. And last check for the next morning is Ashley. Roll d6.
A 1.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we did
here
it.
we
Okay.
go.
All right.
Hey, something's going to happen on this episode other than
Bring that
talking.
dragon. Bring on that dragon.
Oh, hold on. Calm down.
We're gonna die.
We're not running this time.
Let's see what we get. All right.
A dragon.
Oh, this is going to be fun. The next morning, you're descending toward an area that, Coral, from space, you can see this is an area known as Ozdazam.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Is that where she is?
Oh no. What have we done?
Ozdazam. Which one is this one?
That's your vampire place.
That's it. Oh no,
Yes.
we did it. We accidentally
Yes.
stumbled into the Twilight
Mike,
subquest.
you beautiful man.
I need to know who's up on deck
I'm definitely
and
on
what
deck.
you're currently doing. It's morning. The sun is peeking around the curvature of the planet. Who's up on deck?
Oh, Mama Sass, for sure.
Mama Sass, probably Ansna as well.
I'm playing the guitar upstairs.
Dartok is piloting and Gaston is asleep.
All right. What is Mama Sass currently doing?
She is cleaning her trebuchet.
Oh, did you guys
I don't
replace?
remember.
Did you replace the ballista with a trebuchet?
Yes?
I think you still have the magic ballista,
didn't
don't you?
change
Oh,
it
you're
out.
right.
We didn't.
The magic ballista. Sorry. She is cleaning
Okay.
her magic ballista.
Mike, would I be able to play my guitar while casting Mage Hand and having the Mage Hand hit the drum? Because I'm not using the guitar's magic. I'm just playing it like.
Yeah, I think you could do that. Yeah, that's cool. You could be your own accompaniment. That's fine.
Yeah, I just have it playing a tempo to my guitar.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. She's cleaning. So, what's her passive perception?
A whopping 12.
Okay, she doesn't see anything. What's Astra's passive perception?
Perception? I believe it's 16. 16.
And Zartok, what's yours?
It is 13. Oh, passive perception, not investigation. There's a lot of different ones. 11.
11. Okay. Aster, you're leaning on the railing, playing the guitar, and banging on the drum with your mage hand. And Ansna is helping Mama Sass with adjusting and cleaning the ballista. And Gerlos and Papa Gaston are asleep. Lumpen is just hanging out with Zartok. He's looking out the windows while Zartok flies. What's Tara doing?
She's practicing in some space, probably below decks, with swinging her wart pick. She hasn't got to use it in combat yet, but, she's enjoying it.
The hold is the biggest space available for that. And what's Coral doing?
Let's say she's touching up the flowers on the mirror.
Okay, great. The only person to notice then is Aster as he's leaning on the railing. Aster, you can see as your ship is descending toward this cloudy area below you, you can see a little dot moving up toward your ship from below. And you would guess by the way they're sort of moving from cloud to cloud that they're trying to sneak up on you.
Oh.
Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a shadow on a cloud below you. Looking closer, you see that there is a ship climbing toward you from below. At first, you think it might be another dragonfly, but no, it's actually different. A little bit less insectoid, slightly more like a sailing ship, although it does have insect-like wings on the sides. What do you want to do?
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to boom
Okay.
to boom my voice really loudly.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to yell, "There's a ship coming towards us! Ship, if you can hear us, you don't want to mess with the Glass Guardians."
Okay, so all of you hear this loud booming voice coming from above decks on the upper deck. Zartok, now that he's warned you, you look around and you can see this little ship approaching from below. It's getting closer. So as you're preparing for combat, as the ship is approaching, you can see it unfurls a flag, and it is the familiar slaver flag of silver chains on a black background. And it's coming up at you rapidly from below. Where is everyone going to go? What position is everyone going to take?
What roles?
Zartok's the helms person.
Yeah, and Gaston will wake up and run out and be a deckhand.
Okay.
Mama Sass is a gunner. Coral is a deckhand, unless nobody wants to be bosun.
Ansna and Gerlos will help with reloading.
There's the captain.
Tara's the captain.
So that would leave me as the bosun?
All right. And Lumpen can't do much because being a deckhand in the atmosphere is really dangerous for him. So he'll stay inside for the moment and maybe do repairs if he needs to. That's everyone's positions. Roll for initiative, Zartok.
I want to get sunk because I want to land on this island.
We do not want to get sunk.
I want to fight vampires, Tara.
Oh, lame. Okay, so Zartok's going to cast Operate Spelljammer at level 5.
Whoa.
This is operated.
Okay, wow.
So his bonuses are 5 from the ship's rating in his level, 3 from his intelligence modifier, 4 from his proficiency bonus, and 4 from using that level 5 spell slot. And so total is 16, and he rolled a 2. So
that's hilarious
18.
because I rolled a 1.
Oh.
All right.
Awesome.
So they got a total of 13, and you got a total of 18?
Yep.
So you go first, or rather you get to decide, do you want to go first or second? They're climbing towards you. What do you want to do?
What's our range?
You're at extreme range.
Extreme. Oof. We'll go first. We know what's going
You want
on.
to go first?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't need to know what they're gonna do. I want to try the serpentine action since now I can do that.
Ooh, okay. So let's tell the listeners what Serpentine does. A helmsperson can attempt to move closer to or farther away from an enemy ship while zigzagging erratically to dodge attacks. If the helmsperson maneuver check is successful, attack rolls against the zigzagging spelljammer have disadvantage, and the spelljammer moves one range category closer or farther away. So, you're going to try to move closer while zigzagging. Is
Yep.
that right?
Yes.
All right.
Got a 29 total, so we successfully serpentine maneuver.
They are responding to you, and you're moving closer, which is what they wanted to do anyway. So they are going to, instead of closing the distance, as we've already closed a range category, they are going to do a different maneuver. Their ship is less maneuverable than yours. They're going to do, since we're now at long range, they're going to do a broadside maneuver, if they can succeed. And they cannot. Wow, I'm rolling really badly. They attempt to position the ship so that it is easier for their gunner to make a critical hit, but they do not succeed. And so as a result, you're just run range category closer, long range, and that's all. Attack rolls have disadvantage at long range, and spells can't be targeted at the other ship at long range. Okay, so that is the helmsperson phase. Now we are on to the crew phase. So, what is the crew doing? Let's start with Aster. Aster, what's your plan
Well,
as the bosun?
I'm going to ask Coral to do what she does best, if she's okay with that. But Papa Gaston, I would love Papa Gaston to help me coordinate riggers for this turn.
Okay.
I want him to help me with a nice little performance for our helmsperson. And
Great.
I want to put Esna and Gerlos as they always do with Mama Sass.
Right. They'll help aim and reload the gun. So coordinate riggers means that as an action, the bosun helps the riggers work more effectively, and you attempt a DC 15 charisma performance check. And if successful, then Zartok would gain advantage on his next check roll to maneuver, skill check roll to maneuver. I'm assuming that Gaston goes along with this?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So make your check, your performance
All
check.
right, Papa Gaston, I need you to go ooka chaka, ooka chaka, ooka chaka. And I will do the same while I hit my drums.
Okay. French accent. How does that sound? Probably just like
Wait, what?
I don't know how to do it in a voice. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka. How long do I do this for, Chris? Ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
Keep going. It's going to be 12 plus 12, 24.
All right, you succeed. So Zartok will have advantage on his next maneuver check.
All right, I'm
I'm out
done.
of breath. You gotta start exercising.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Thank you, Papa Gaston.
By the way, this works because you're in an atmosphere. If you were out in the void,
Yes, we can't do
you
that.
couldn't use the sails.
Coral got a 25 on her lookout.
Wow.
I rolled a 17.
Wow, okay. That will apply when they make their attack roll. And that will effectively raise the ship's AC by 5.
Wow.
Let's see, what's their crew doing? Their crew, let's see, they have quite a few crew members here. They have a bosun, they have a couple deckhands. They're going to also coordinate riggers because they're not happy with the helmsperson not succeeding at the broadside maneuver. So let's see if they can do that. Yeah, they did. They managed it. So next round, their helmsperson will also have advantage on their helmsperson maneuver check. And that means that it is... Let's see, what else? Are they doing anything else? No, the deckhands are all busy manning the gun or doing other stuff. Okay, so that's it for their crew. And that means we are on to the gunnery phase. So with the gunnery phase, weapons are reloaded and aimed and fired. Mama Sass is manning the ballista. They have a heavy ballista on their ship. And their captain is going to step in and encourage their gunner to do a better job shooting.
What a copycat.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I'm going to be inspiring my pal, Mama Sass.
All right. So they failed on their attempt to inspire.
Oof, I believe so did I. I got a 14. I rolled a 2.
Yep, the DC is
15, yeah.
15. So yeah, you both failed
Well,
to
let me tell you my inspiring speech anyway.
Okay, all right.
Let's hear it.
Mama Sass, you've been working hard on this ballista. I know you've been practicing. You've been cleaning it. You know all its ins and outs. You're going to be amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So
Should've
that
worked.
means we can just roll the attacks.
I bet ballistas you don't really clean. I bet you throw grease all over it.
She's been oiling it. Whatever.
Maybe.
It's anything like a crossbow. Yeah, you gotta grease that thing up.
That's an unnatural 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
On that. That's still good. Okay.
So they miss. They, with your increased armor class, thanks to Coral's lookout, they just completely miss. This heavy ballista bolt goes sailing by your ship, which means you don't take 60-10 damage.
Ugh, they do take 22 damage.
Ooh. All right. 22. So they are down to...
Don't tell us.
Okay.
Tara feels her inspirational speech definitely worked.
Obviously, yes.
It looked like it did.
So a solid hit on the enemy ship, and that brings us to the second round. We're now in round 2. That means we start with initiative.
28 for initiative.
All right, they got a 19.
Okay, we'll go second. I got 28.
All right.
Does he need to use that advantage roll on the initiative, or can he use it on any maneuver?
Yes, initiative's not a maneuver. He has to use it on one of the
Okay.
maneuvers. So the next thing he chooses to do will be where he uses that advantage. All right, they are going to close the distance.
Cool.
That's what they're doing with their round.
Okay, they're coming in. Oh, okay. Let them make their check, I guess, and I will look up what I'm gonna
They got a total of 18, which means they succeed at closing the distance unless you want to oppose that.
Nope.
Okay, so what are you doing with your maneuver?
We are going to... Let's try bow to stern.
Okay. So, as an action, the helmsperson attempts a DC 27 helmsperson maneuver check with the ship rating added as a bonus. If this is successful, the Spelljammer flips about unpredictably on its longest axis, making it harder to deliver a solid hit. Attack rolls against the Spelljammer have disadvantage and inflict only half damage on a hit. So if you can pull this off, and this is difficult, that would be helpful.
Have faith.
You have advantage.
And you have advantage.
Nice.
Oh. Hold on. What do I need? A 20 what?
27.
Oh, bummer. I got a 26.
Oh.
With advantage and plus 16?
Yep.
Okay, so
Are you? Don't you have luck? Are you feeling lucky?
Forgot I could inspire people.
Really not.
What a fool.
But let's do it.
Nope, your choice. I'm not pressuring, just asking.
You might want to save it for more clutch situations
Yeah.
when we're
Yeah.
damaged.
I used it anyway and I failed.
Oh.
okay.
Very not
So
lucky.
Zartok attempts to outmaneuver the other ship, but they are not falling for it. And that brings us to the crew phase. That means we'll start with the bosun. So what does Aster want to do this round?
Well, if Papa Gaston is cool with it, I would like to do a sharp turn
Ah,
to
okay.
try to increase our rating since we're not in immediate combat yet.
All right, so what that will do, the sharp turn, means that you use the ropes and sails more effectively to increase the ship's maneuverability rating. So instead of being Class C maneuverability rating, it would become Class B, which would give Zartok even more options about what he can do with the ship. And that is a DC 18 survival
Yes.
check.
Oh,
You need to use Gaston again for that.
yes. And then Coral, I'm going to leave it up to her what she thinks she wants to do.
So Zartok did bow to stern. That means we went upside down for a second?
Actually, it's more like you're sort of flipping front to back, like in a horizontal space.
Okay.
You're kind of like drifting around in the air.
Thank you, Seafoam Wonder, for increasing my wisdom stuff. 20.
Oh, what'd you
Soft
get?
20.
You succeed. So that means that Zartok, you should now treat the ship as being maneuverability class B for the next round. So you have some more options available to you. Specifically,
Circle strafe.
yeah, Circle Strafe
We'll
becomes
give it-
available.
We'll give it a whirl next time.
I just want to point out that because of how it's described, I want me and Papa Gaston to be pulling on the ropes and then my hair to be blowing in the wind as I'm like, okay, that's it.
Dramatic music.
That's another 25 on lookout.
All right, another successful lookout. Their crew is going to attempt to coordinate riggers again.
Could I have done my bardic inspiration, or is that not based on the turn order?
Is that a bonus
Yes.
action? Yeah, you can use a bonus action if you want to.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Zartok and say, you might be the greatest maneuverer in all of the skies. And then you get an inspiration die.
I am.
All right. They succeed on their coordinate rigors, which means that their helmsperson will have advantage on their helmsperson maneuver check next round. So that means I think we're done with the crew phase. Now we're back to the gunners again, except for one thing. Now we are at close range, right? So at the end of the crew phase, do you guys have Foundry open?
Oh,
What's happening?
Yes, I do.
No,
oh
I didn't.
no.
I didn't have it
I
open.
do. I'm super excited about it. If that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hi, Lumpin.
It
Oh no. Oh no. Why?
Oh, it kind of looks like an airplane.
Whoa, it's so cool. You actually colored the fins yellow like Corellian's needles.
Right.
Y'all are seeing a lot more than me.
At the end, oh really? You can't. Oh yeah. Well, Tara, you're in. I assume you're inside. Although you can put yourself wherever you want to be. Actually, where do you want to be? And I'll place you there.
I guess I'm
You wanna
where
be up on the
Mama
deck?
Sass is.
Okay.
With,
So
yes,
hold on a
you
moment
were
while I place you
inspiring.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know, Aster. You're on the rigging, so I guess you're up here.
Yeah.
And Gaston's helping you.
Yes.
Which side is the ship? The other ship on? Enemy ship.
It's sort of below and behind you, rising rapidly toward you.
Okay, where I
So
am
it's
is
kind
good
of
then.
mostly behind you. Okay, where you are is good. All right. So just as the ship closes to short range, at the end of that crew round, there's a popping sound, and two figures appear on the deck of Corellian's Needle near the ballista. An enormous lizard folk wielding a greatsword and a robed human woman. Multiple images of the human woman dance around confusingly. They begin to move toward the ballista, and I need everyone on the deck to roll for initiative.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, now it is a complicated combat.
Uh-oh. Your pictures just froze for me.
I can't tell if Mike
Uh-oh.
froze.
My internet connection is
It does
unstable.
look like Mike froze.
Oh, it does
I
seem
hope
like he
he's
froze.
frozen because
Oh no.
Otherwise, this is a scary, scary look he's
that
given
is
us.
a solid stare.
Oh
We're
no.
doomed with that look.
Oh my gosh.
Mike. Oh no.
We're getting into a battle. Time for the internet to
Just
break.
stares at us.
And
Pretty
I can
dramatic
close
because we
that.
were just about to find out what happened, and Mike, you were staring so hard
You're
at us, man.
intent.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
I thought I gave the wrong answer.
It was really intimidating.
No,
I wish I took
just
a screenshot of it.
lost my connection.
Sorry, 1 second. Grammarly's trying to tell me that my notes are bad.
Oh.
Grammarly's cool, everybody.
Not a sponsored ad.
Yeah, just bleep that out.
It's supposed to mean that if they're in the void, they can't work. The sails don't
Okay.
work. But if you're in the phlogiston or an atmosphere, phlogiston, I think it is maybe, then the sails work.
Okay.
Phlogiston sounds really medical.
I like it.
Yeah, that's an ancient
Sounds
Greek
pretty
word.
Gross.
The phlogiston.
I tore
my
my
All right.
phlogiston. I'm out for 4 weeks.